pink will put him 42 points in front, with a possible 51 left. So after the pink, he still needs one more red and a colour.
Decided to play at pace, trying to risk something happening. This red's still on, and he can go up for one of the baulk colours without nudging into the other two reds. So 42-point lead. This is game ball. Whatever you do, don't kiss the red just above it. Play a shot to nothing. Play for probably green or yellow. Even the blue's not too bad. You see, he was trying to be too careful. Should have stunned it. Made sure the red comes away from the pocket just in case. Boy, what a big frame this is now.
Yeah, and you could see his annoyance when he flopped down back in his seat. He knew that was a glorious opportunity. I think he played it that way, thinking he'd give it every chance to go in the pocket. He only needed that red and any colour, and look at him. That was a golden opportunity. As he let Ronnie off the hook, we'll see.
One.
Well, he won't mind that, Ronnie. He's finished absolutely inch perfect on this blue, and that was a tricky red to control the cue ball, and he couldn't have finished better. So the first part, the first step, has gone well.
And there's plenty of room here to be on the outside red of the two. If he gets on a colour at a nice angle off this red, you fancy him to pinch the frame, and it would be a body blow if he did for Mark Selby. This is the key shot. It's not potting the red, it's getting the angle to get onto the last red. Potting the red shouldn't be a problem. Just finding the angle on a colour. Done that a few times today. I don't know whether he's got a bit of leather hanging away from the tip a little bit that's causing him a problem. In goes the red. Is the angle there? I don't think it is. On and off the cushion. Can he get close to the red from that angle? No. May play twice across here. May play this really at pace. He's played a kiss the black, and if he gets the kiss, what a shot. Oh! Can he see it? He actually kissed the black, John, did that?
Yeah, he didn't play to kiss the black, did he? He just played to run past it. And I think he can just about get through to this red. I think if it had just run past the black, it'd have been inch perfect, but he just nudged the black, but I think there's enough room for the red. He couldn't do a lot with the cue ball. He knew by potting the red he was going to leave the black a little bit more difficult, so still another good shot needed to pot this black.
Well, the fact that the green's off its spot helped this shot. What a shot this is, by the way. What a shot.
21. Absolutely top draw. And now, a frame that he never looked like winning. Mark Selby was one pot away from winning it to level at 4 each.
23.
Well, Ken mentioned in the studio how nice it was to not see centuries every frame, because in some ways this has been a lot more exciting. These last 3 or 4 frames could have gone either way. All 4 could have gone to Selby. It looks like only 3 of the 4 maybe now.
26.
Yeah, I always think in this clear, even though the balls are on the spot, this is the key shot from brown to blue. If he gets perfect on the blue, he cannot
30.
help but clear up, but he's run too far. He's run too far, so the cue ball's going to have to travel before it comes to rest on the pink.
As long as he avoids the enough in the middle. He may have played this a fraction too hard.
5.
He may have played this a fraction too hard. This is not over yet. This is tricky. I fancy him potting the pink, but not only is he going to pot the pink, it's a tough shot to get position on the black. He's going to have to play with a lot of screw and check side. It's there. It's there. Ronnie Sullivan has made plenty of clinching frame-winning contributions to pinch frames. This will be up there with the best he's done for some time. Well, what a fantastic session of snooker. We've had everything. We've had the breaks, but what we've had are close frames. That's the first close one Ronnie O'Sullivan's won, and won it at the right time to keep himself all square in this match. What a session we're going to have this evening. It's 4-all.
Nice here. He'd be very delighted to see where that's ended up.
Fortunate. Didn't play to put it there, like Steve suggested. He played to put it on near the black or on the side cushion. Ronnie's played 2 or 3 great safety shots on the trot, but this may be quite an easy escape, because he can clip the red onto the green and play the white back up towards the black spot area. As long as he doesn't knock the green in, that's the only thing that can go wrong. And I haven't seen him going off, Steve. That'll be in his mind.
Yeah, he has an alternative safety shot, putting the red on one side cushion and the cue ball on the other side cushion. Sometimes they're easier options.
But if he does clip it onto the green, he can't fail to get the snooker. But it is a little bit dangerous. Took your choice, Steve, because the plant must have been on. The only problem with that, if you don't get the snooker, you're asking for trouble, but it appears to have played it very nicely indeed. Well, obviously, we can't tell from here that he can see this red. And that's gone okay, because I don't think he can get to the right-hand side of the brown with enough side.
Well, good parts for Ronnie O'Sullivan. The bad part, the blue's gone safe. Makes the clearance in one visit more difficult. Of course, Ronnie O'Sullivan would be clearing to draw. Oh, that's different. And all of a sudden,
Foul.
from having won the frame after potting that pink,
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 4.
effectively won the frame, certainly in his mind, all of a sudden.
There's 3 things Ronnie can do here, isn't he? He can play to pot the pink as a free ball, play it slow enough to still snooker him, have it played from there, or replace. What would you do?
Could get the blue out and play behind the black.
It's far too advanced, Steve. Surely he's only pot the pink or put him back.
Well, he's got to try and clear up as well. He's got to try and force the pace here, and
Blue ball.
1 each. The Nugget has come out of retirement and called a shot right. Phone the police. Oh, Selby's played 3 very careless shots in this frame, and it's unlike Mark because he's usually very meticulous in his safety exchanges. I mentioned this afternoon it was yourself in the 80s who was the best all-round player, then it was John Higgins, but Selby is very close to being that.
fantastic match player. Up against it all of a sudden here, Ronnie O'Sullivan needs, at the moment, red with brown. Blue goes into open play. Red with brown.
Is it time to push the boat out? I think it probably is. He can play on and off the cushion for the brown in the corner. He can run through and play for either blue, pink or black as well. Which way will he play? I think he has to take the pot on. I think it's time to have a go. Wow, is this fluked? Has he fluked it? Has he fluked it? Well, you can't believe it, can you? Mark Selby's just looked up at the commentary box as if to say, how on earth can that happen? I think it's you who's talked about the snooker gods in the studio the other day, and because Mark's kind of played a couple of bad shots, it's amazing that they don't forget.
5.
Well, overscrewed that, but being left-handed as well. Needs a good strike on this, though.
7.
Well, this fluke, very rarely do you see a fluke go. You see it go along the top cushion, as we saw with John Higgins' fluke black against Ding Junhui earlier on, but to cling to the cushion against the nap as well, that's very, very unusual. This will be a body blow.
10.
Well, when Mark Selby initially took on that speculative
14.
cut into the corner pocket, the last thing really on his mind was the possibility of going anywhere near the middle, but he mishit it so badly, pretty thick I think, that the cue ball careered into that middle pocket.
Yeah, but it was the way he missed the snooker and left the free ball as well. For somebody of Mark's class,
19.
that's just unheard of. I mean, he's too good a player, and that just shows you what nerves can do for you. He made a break of 41 earlier on in this frame and looked to be in control, played one bad positional shot.
25.
But it's been the fluke from O'Sullivan. That is now winning the opening frame. It was a very, very scrappy affair. Each player had plenty of chances. Selby should have won it, as he should have won the frame 8 this afternoon. He didn't. He's lost them both and now trails by 5 frames to 4.
I mean, as you say, he was nowhere near, but he needs to hit it pretty quick because it's a tough snooker. I did think there was a possibility of coming off this top cushion straight up and down and trying to hit the red. He'll settle for that.
Well, that was quite amazing. That was one of those where you've just got to hit and hope for the best, and well, he couldn't have got much better than the outcome. That was quite amazing. You just haven't got a clue what's going to happen here. Just to play that shot, playing ball from this end of the table would have been tough, even if you could see it.
Yeah, I know what you mean, hitting the red direct. Now, I don't know whether he can get past the blue here to play this red that's in the middle of the baulk cushion. There you see it, 38 ahead, 43 remaining. He's still got a little bit of insurance, of course, the red on the baulk cushion, the red near the brown won't pot. So Mark Selby still favourite for this frame, but it can easily turn the other way.
Well, he's looking at this one past the blue. I don't think he can get through to that. He's gone round to have a look at the other end, but we can probably show you from this side he can't really get through to that. He's going to have to play the other one and possibly hit cushion first. But there again, he can't leave the white tight on that baulk cushion, or he'll leave the one potable along the cushion into the left corner. So he's playing this one, but he's having to swerve it around the blue. He may have fluked the snooker. Yellow covering one red, blue only partially covering this one.
Well, trying to kick this red up the table coming off the baulk cushion first. Got to be careful you don't knock the brown in.
Foul. And a miss.
Well, I didn't expect it to go that way because he didn't hit the red.
Mark Selby 4.
That was a total misjudgment. He didn't even get near the red, and that was a strange one. The idea was right if he had have executed the shot correctly.
Well, there you see, 42 ahead. I'm just wondering about the referee's decision there. Why didn't he call miss? He didn't hit the red.
It's a good point, John. A very good point.
I know he knocked the brown in, but the red was the ball on. Miss should have been called there. And Mark Selby's not happy with this situation. He'd have certainly had the balls put back, or had a choice.
See, Mark, he can't relax here because he needs a colour near a cushion. I wonder if Mark's just thinking about that. It was a straightforward. Mind, he could hit the other red, John, so maybe the referee was correct.
What? There was a red on and he didn't hit either of them. It's a miss. I mean, I thought for a moment maybe he just caught the red and then knocked the brown in, but the red never moved.
Well, we'll have to have a word with Jan about that afterwards, but yeah, I'm with you, yeah. Well, maybe the referee did call a miss, but I think the boys in the studio heard it. I didn't hear it in the commentary box.
Oh, well, if you did, Jan, I apologise. I never heard it. Well, we've had it confirmed that Jan Verhaas did call a miss. Well, it took a long time for Mark to decide, but in the end, he's not put Ronnie in any trouble here. Well, that might be quite nice for Ronnie. That's not bad at all. I suggest that Ronnie O'Sullivan, although a slim chance, is back in this frame. He's 42 points behind. There's 43 left on the table. The colours aren't badly situated, and he may get a chance here. This isn't a straightforward safety.
I don't know if he can get past the red to just nestle in behind the one near the cushion. If he's got the angle to do that, that's probably the only way he's going to escape from this situation. I mean, that is a possibility. I can't see any other escape for him. Is it hard enough?
Foul. And a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
And that's a vital 4 points in Ronnie's favour, because now, I mean, before when he was 42 points behind, 43 left on the table, with the two reds he had to get blacks. He doesn't anymore.
Better speed this time.
Easy to snooker Mark on the red next to the blue. He needs to get the one he's hitting safe. And he's not got the snooker on that one. He'd be disappointed.
Jan Verhaas, one of the most experienced referees on the circuit, makes very few mistakes, and as John mentioned, he did call the miss. Now we would have been surprised. And that Ken Doherty in the studio has got some very good hearing, John, to hear that all the way down in the studio.
Well, is it one of these where you play a little drag shot and try and get a snooker behind the blue, but you need to get it? That's what he's played. Well, he played it hard enough that he was going to knock the red safe. Didn't fully commit to the snooker behind the blue. And if he'd have played it any slower and not got the snooker, of course, he'd have left the red on. And Mark Selby only needs the red.
He's got a straightforward escape down the table, but he's got to be careful he doesn't push a red on here. And he's made a complete mess of it.
Well, that's remarkable, isn't it? I think he may have had a little bit of a result if Ronnie's hampered by the blue.
What about the left hand, though? This is incredible how useful the left hand is in this situation.
Still hampered, though. But boy, didn't he cue that well. If he's straight, well, he's got a nice angle on the blue.
It would be nice to get the black back on its spot, because the red's difficult, but at least to get from red to the black, if it was on the spot, would be much easier.
Couldn't agree with you more, Dennis, but can he get perfect on the red off this black? Can he get perfect on the red? Well, it's a tough red, this. It's a tough red, but what a frame this could be to win. Every chance now.
For a moment there, I thought he'd missed the red. It hit the cushion first, but it still went in.
16.
What a turnaround this could be.
I always say, Dennis, that the key
18.
to any clearance, even when the balls are on the spots, is brown to blue. It's so important on this occasion because he needs a good angle on the blue to get onto the pink that isn't on its spot and slightly awkward.
$21.
And the angle that he will leave on the pink is crucial because it's not a straightforward pot in the middle. It would be okay just to roll it in, but he's got to get on the black. So this now is the key shot. Got to be absolutely spot on.
A little bit straighter on the blue would have been better. He's going to have to, I think, come off the top cushion. So, as you say, crucial he gets a good angle on the pink. So Mark Selby now looking at the table thinking there's maybe a little bit of hope. I think when he played that poor safety and Ronnie potted the last red, he thought he'd blown this frame.
$30.
Not one of Ronnie's bests.
Well, to get nicely on the black, he'd have to take it up into the corner. And it's the corner he's going for. What a shot!
And what a frame to win. And he's won it. Well, Mark Selby will be kicking himself. What a chance he threw away there. Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan flying to the changing room. He's delighted. We're all square again. 7-all.